Hi there. Today's video I'm going to show you some advanced take profit targets and advanced protection for the cTrader trading platform. So I'm going to go straight into it. This is the trade window you're looking at now, and I've got 4 trades running. So what you can do with cTrader currently, when you have positions that are open, you can attach take profit targets and trailing stops, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So if you actually go down to the bottom here, you've got this trade window at the bottom. You can access it just by going to layout at the top. I'm just flashing it at the top here. And you go show trade watch, so you can show and hide it like that, okay? You can also use F11 function key to do it. So once you've got that up, you can actually then just click on the little shield icon on the actual position. If I click on this, and then you can actually specify the take profit targets. I think we've got another video that explains this in more detail. So with this, you can have 4 take profit targets, and you can close a certain amount of lots when it gets so many pips in profit. And you can also at the same time attach a move-in stop loss, or sorry, a break-even stop loss. So you can add additional pips, and you can say when it reaches 3 pips in gain, break even with an additional pip. So these are standard features for take profit and stop loss. Now with the cTrader advanced take profit and stop loss, you need the platform running and connected to the internet for that to work. But down here you've got server take profit and server stop loss. So if you were to apply those, you don't need the server running, the desktop running or connected to the internet, because it's a server-side take profit and stop loss. So this is only for the advanced take profit and advanced stop loss. Now, okay, so there's a small issue with this. You can attach it to an existing position, but what happens if you're using an automated trading system? Or what happens if you have pending orders and they get filled and you're not at your desktop, but you want to add these advanced take profit and stop losses? Well, we've got a product that will do that, and I'm just going to show you it in the Automate window. So I'll go to the Automate window. It's called a ClickAlgo Advanced Protection tool. Okay, we're showing you the trial version at the moment. Now all the parameters are shown here on the left-hand side. You can see it's listing out all the parameters. So this works by specifying if you only want it for the particular symbol. So I'm going to go through and explain the settings for you. I opened up a GBP USD symbol here on an instance, a CBOT instance. It doesn't matter on the time frame, that's irrelevant. You just add a new instance, and if you only want it to manage positions that open for the GBP USD, you leave all symbols to no. If you wanted this tool to manage all of the symbols, you select yes. Okay, but you can fine tune it by say adding different CBOT instances for different symbols, and each one would have different take profit targets and trailing stop losses. Okay, so log in this information here. If you select yes, in your log here, it will give you information about the robot. If I just start it now, okay, and just click next, it just goes through the validation. And you can see it logs information. Now that will log information when it reaches a target or it closes certain amounts of volume and stuff like that. So what we've added also is the ability to attach this protection to existing automated trading systems. So if you're using, for example, our smart grid trading system, and you have a unique instance name or label name, as long as you put the same name in here and you select yes for attach, it will manage every position that opens by that robot. This also applies if you create your own automated trading systems, and when you open a position or execute a market order, you actually specify the label name for that position, all automated through your trading system. This advanced protection will pick up that position and manage it with the advanced take profits. So you can use this either for pending orders that become manual orders. For a manual order you just manually put in, or attach it to an automated trading system that will run in the background, and it gives you additional advanced protection and take profit abilities, sorry. Okay, so I'll go for the first one. So you've got 5 take profits on this one, while cTrader had 4 on the other one. Now this works a little bit different because you specify the target in pips. So if you only wanted the first take profit to work, it would say that when it's 10 pips in profit, you close 50% of the volume. Okay, now that will do that. That will give you a target, your first target. As soon as you're any position for GBP USD is 10 pips in profit, it will close 50% of the volume, and it will let the rest of the volume run until it either hits a stop loss or just runs. Okay. At the same time, you can choose 4 of them. So you could have one which is 10 and closes 50%. You can have one that's 20 and closes 25%. That leaves you 25% left, and you can have another one that hits the 30 pips and closes another 25%. Now, in this case, there's 3 take profit targets. The first take profit target will get activated when any position for this symbol is 10 pips in profit. it will close half of the volume and lock in the profits. When it hits the second take profit target at 20 pips gaining, it will close another 25% of the volume. That only leaves you with 25% of the volume left because you've closed 75%. When it hits another target of 30 pips, it will close the remainder of the volume and the whole position will close. Now that's just 3 take profit targets, a scenario showing you how to do it there. If you only want to use 1 take profit target, just set the target pips to 0. Now, if you set target pips to 0, it means that they're not being used, they're disabled. So it doesn't matter what the close position is. So if you want to disable the target profits, just set them to 0. So in this case, if any position is 10 pips in profit, it will close 50% and it will continue running. Now, because I've got the other 4 targets set to 0, they won't do anything. Again, you've got the break-even stop loss. If you select yes for this and you say, for example, 15 pips, it will move the stop loss to your break-even plus an additional 2 pips to cover any fees or anything like that. Okay, that's a standard break-even stop loss. You've also got a trailing stop loss. So if I select yes for this, you can say that when it's 50 pips in profit, you want to trail the stop loss 10 pips behind the price. And as the price increases, the stop loss stays 10 pips behind the price and it keeps increasing. And as it retraces and goes back, if it drops back 10 pips, it will close the position and lock in the profits. We've also added a stealth stop loss. So this is just a standard stop loss that you can put for all positions. You can set this to 100 or anything you want to set it at, and it's hidden from your broker. It just runs in memory. And if any position is 100 pips down, it will hit your stop loss and close your position. So these are the features that you can use. Now what I'm going to do is just show you one here that will close 50% of the volume. So we've got one here, GBP USD. It's got 50,000 volume and it's got 8 pips in profit. So I've got a 10 pip up there. I'm going to change that to, I might be waiting forever. So what I'm going to do is just change this to 8.5. Actually, I'm not going to change it to 8.5. I'm going to change it to 8 and it will work automatically as soon as I move my mouse away, because it's 8 already. I'm hoping it does anyway. So because I've got to start the robot. There you go, I'm being silly now. Okay, I've set it to 8. I've got to start the robot. As soon as I start the robot, it then starts managing your position. So I'm going to do that now. And hopefully, because it's gone back down to 7.9, when it goes to 8, it will close 50% of the volume. And you won't be able to adjust the settings once it's running. If you want to put more settings on, you can actually do that by just adding additional symbols and then just running the robot again. Okay, the markets are moving really slow, so it's not the best demonstration. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to force this close. If it doesn't move up in a minute, and I'm going to drop it down to 7 and start it again. Okay, so I'm going to stop it, bring it to 7 because it's not moving. I'm moving this one here, which is 7 pips in profit. Now if I click play, I know it's gone down to 6.8. Okay, the gods are against me. So as soon as that hits 7 pips, hopefully it will in a minute, that will close. Here we go. So it should close, and it gets to go 7.1. It has to close 50% of the volume. 7.3, target 7 pips, GBP USD, and it has not closed 50% of the volume because I've got it attached to it. Okay, my mistake. It's not the best day. See, I've got it up here. Maybe it's good that I made this mistake. The reason it's done it is it's got attached to ATS. I selected yes. It's looking for symbols only with this unique label name. And because this symbol hasn't got a label, it didn't do anything. Okay, so that's why it didn't work. I'm going to bring this down now to 6 and run it. And as soon as I run it, you should see 50% of that volume close and it should leave you with 25%. There you go. Thank God for that. Sorry about that. So there you go. You can see it's closed 50% of the volume. It's 25. Now, if you go to the log, you'll see here, you can see it's take profit target 1 reached. You can actually read it there for the PID. It gives you the PID position ID, and it's closed 25% of the volume. So you can look at the log to make sure it's working. So the whole idea is, and once it's hit that target, it's hit, it will wait for the next target. So if I was to close this and set this next one to 7 to close another 25%, it will actually, if you restart it, it will rerun it because it's actually loads it back in. Okay, that's the actual demonstration. It wasn't the best one because obviously I made a few mistakes, but maybe that's good because these are the kind of mistakes that you might make as well. So you might actually attach it to an ATS and have the label name there. And now you realize that you actually only do that if you want to manage a certain symbol. So that's the product. We've got it on our website. I'll just quickly show you where to get it. It's here at clickalgo.com. You can find it under trading software, and if you go under any of our trading strategies, you should be able to find it. But right now it's here under latest products. And this is the product, gives you all the information about it written down. You can download a 14-day trial, and I'll plop the video onto here so you can use it. Okay, that's all I wanted to show you. Thank you very much. Please give me a thumbs up. I know I made lots of mistakes, but if the video was okay, please give me a thumbs up at the bottom. Thank you.